A Raleigh father is reflecting a national trend, leaving his family of 19 years and self-deporting due to the threat of arrest. Fidel Rivera has been in the U.S. for 30 years without legal status. He decided to return to Mexico, leaving his U.S. citizen wife and 2 daughters behind. Joining us now to talk about this story is ABC News correspondent Matt Rivers. Matt, thank you for joining us. Rivera's decision was a result of the Trump administration's promise to arrest and deport anyone without lawful status, and it turns out a lot of other people are making the same decision to self-deport. What can you tell us about this?
Yeah, well, the numbers that we're getting, more broadly speaking, are coming from the Department of Homeland Security. They say that some 1.6 million people, according to their statistics, have self-deported since the beginning of this administration back in late January. They say overall, they've recently crossed the 2 million mark in terms of people who have either left on their own or have been deported forcibly by the government. So the numbers are staggering. We have no way to independently verify those numbers. That's just the numbers that are coming from the Department of Homeland Security. They are quite high, but again, we have no way to independently verify that.
All right, Matt, of course, we said that Rivera's wife is a math teacher. She's a U.S. citizen. They have 2 daughters. I know this emotionally impacts them, but what other implications does this have for his family?
Well, I mean, it's just the family has been torn apart. I mean, once you get deported like that, he's not coming back. So in order for them to see each other, it's going to have to be that the U.S.-based family, so the 2 daughters, the wife, who are all U.S. citizens, would have to go down to Mexico to see Fidel at the very least. He's not going to be able to come back to the U.S., but you can only imagine what it's done to their family. It's completely torn apart a family that had had a life here in the United States for several decades, and now there's 2 children who will graduate high school in the next few years without their father present.
Now, the Trump administration views these voluntary departures as proof that its immigration policies are working. Can you expand on that?
Well, it's true, right? I mean, I think if the Trump administration says that we don't want these people in the country, that anybody who has come in to the country illegally one way or another, whether that's overstaying, whether that's not showing up for an asylum appointment, or whether that's simply crossing between ports of entry and not being caught, that they want those people out. It doesn't matter that Fidel doesn't have a criminal record. It doesn't matter that Fidel was a member of the community positively contributing to society and to his family. They do not care. They want very much for these people to be deported. That is what Trump campaigned on, and that it is what he is doing. I mean, I think they are creating an atmosphere within their administration here of fear, and that is by design. What you're seeing with the ICE raids, what you're seeing with Border Patrol agents on the street, it is designed to create fear within the immigration community, or within the migrant community rather, so they do self-deport. And that is exactly what happened in this microcosm, this test case, as you were, from Fidel. Fidel looked at what was going on around him, and he said, I don't want my family to be torn apart at the very last minute. I don't want to be handcuffed and thrown into the back of a vehicle, an unmarked car in front of my daughters. So I fear that that could happen to me enough that I'm going to take the extraordinary step, frankly, to leave my family behind and go to Mexico and self-deport.
Right. ABC News correspondent Matt Rivers, thank you for your time, Matt.
Sure.